Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? So I've been checking some of the chat. I've modeled a lot of these people already. I already modeled, let's see. I made Kirby. I've done Sonic and Gru and Invader Zim. That might be everything. So, been checking the suggestions. I was thinking of doing Megaman first, see how it goes. But feel free to put more suggestions in the chat. I've done SpongeBob also, and Handsome Squidward. You guys should check some of the streams, some of the old ones, because I save all of them. I'm just looking up some references really quick, so bear with me. That work. PNG, cool. All right, let's pull up a reference and get started. Let me turn on screencast keys. And they're working. I've never actually played any of the Megaman games. They seem pretty fun though. I do like platformers like that. I feel like I'd probably enjoy it. Get started. Cube, subdivide it. Be like a little more than 3 heads tall, something like that. Would a T-pose reference be better? Maybe. Let me check really quick. I think what I had is fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much. So we get a head. Let's go in here and just make this a little more head-shaped. Like that. So pretty round head. Not sure how to handle the helmet exactly. Maybe I'll just do another cube. This. Or, yeah, I'm not sure how to do this exactly. Could try to shrink wrap it maybe. That might be a helpful thing to do. Let's add a shrink wrap modifier. Try this out. Add it to the head. And we'll add a solidify after and push it out like that. Let's also turn this up a little higher so it actually has more information to work with. Let's delete all of these actually. And let's turn up solidify. What are you doing? Okay, that's why. Let's also mirror this because I know it's going to be symmetrical, so we can mirror. Okay. Okay, so now I should be able to just move things around and have it like stick to the head. So let's try this out. We want a point in the front. Probably gonna have to rework a lot of this so that it doesn't look super broken. It looks like the helmet goes down pretty low. Also turned clipping on. Extrude this down. Then I have one in the middle to make it a little rounder like that. So this is looking okay so far. I think the head should be maybe shorter. Oh, this is very weird. Yeah, I should probably have some other references off to the side just so I can see some other shapes going on. Front definitely needs to be pointier. This might help. This in the front should also be wider. Probably just pull it back like that, maybe. I might have to play with this a little more. I think once I start adding some of these other details, it'll look a little better. So maybe let's take a break and start sculpting some of those. So let's see, actually, this. Space some of these apart a little because it's pretty stretched in the middle. I'm gonna duplicate this. Actually, before I do that, oops, I'm gonna name this helmet and head. Now we'll duplicate the helmet. Just in case I want to change it later. Because I'm gonna want to apply the mirror. Let's see, the subdivision. Yeah. Oops, not that. Apply the subdivision right here and the shrink wrap. I'll apply the solidify too. I'll add the mirror back in. Delete half of these. And now I can actually start extruding some of these things. So, you know, honestly though, let's not. Let's just use other objects because I think that'll be easier. I'll just use a cube, make sure we have face snapping on. I'll do align rotation to target, snap it right there. Let's grab this and how should I do this? Maybe something like this. A little smaller and move it on the normal like that. This loop right here should come down like that. A little weird. And then this other part wraps around. So I guess I could do that again with a shrink wrap. Just drag this up here. Let's add a shrink wrap to this, make it match the head, because the head right now is still like higher resolution. It has like a lot of subdivisions on it. We'll just offset it a little like that. And I'll solidify this Okay, so now let's try to move this. You can see it's like matching it now because of the shrink wrap. So we should be able to just kind of like extrude this around and it should make more sense. It seems like this goes down to like the back of the head, like maybe just right here. Doesn't go back super far. So let's get rid of, or let's apply this. I can't do that in edit mode. Apply that, get rid of this, and then we can, in edit mode, I'll just extrude along normals like that. And we're basically going to do the same thing. So I'm going to put it right below the surface and then extrude again. And can I do this? Let's see. I'll just grab just this, pull that up a little. Okay, so we got that. And we gotta do the ear nubs. So that should be relatively easy, I think. Again, we'll just use a plane and I'll mirror that to the head. See what happens when we turn this down. Yeah, it kind of breaks a little. I'm gonna duplicate this and let's apply all these like I did before, except maybe solidify. Then I can actually turn this down and it shouldn't mess it up too much. So this, we want to mirror the head. I already did that. Apply the scale. We'll apply the rotation too. And subdivision. Come in here. Oops. Oh, I moved it in edit mode. So let's fix the origin. Okay, so let's just extrude this out and in, kind of like a cone, and then we'll extrude it in like that. And I'll just sharpen up these edges right here, like that. This should be tighter, like that probably. We could also maybe extrude the bottom, like that. What's going on here? That seems good. Let's sharpen this too. Or why apply scale and rotation? I actually made a video about that, about what applying the scale does, but basically if you don't, some of these modifiers won't work correctly. There are other things too, that other reasons why it's a good thing to do. But that's why I'm doing it now. So now I can just put these in place, so I think a little lower. I think they should be even flatter, so, oops. Bring them in like that, maybe. Okay. Pretty close. I think we should apply that and put another one on, and then I want the nose to stick out a little. So maybe take, is that where I want the nose to be? Could be even lower. Let's delete half the head. Add a mirror. Turn these into a circle with loop tools. Hey. I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's like catastrophe, but with an X. Yeah, you're from the Discord server. Welcome. Good job on your submission. Thought it came out pretty cool. It might make more sense, honestly, to not even do the eyes this way, but I'm trying it out. Yeah, loop tools does not always rotate things so that they're centered, and it is kind of annoying, but I just deal with it. I haven't really found a workaround, but I haven't really looked either, so yeah. This is okay. I feel like, whoops, I feel like, what am I doing? I feel like they should be further apart a little bit. Thank you, Dexter. I'm glad you're liking the videos. I just started using NVIDIA Broadcast. Anybody know about that? It has like AI noise canceling and stuff, so I think you probably shouldn't be able to hear my keyboard at this point. I know it was a very clacky. There we go. I feel like they're sticking out a little too much. That's a little better, I guess. I know it's not going to be perfect, but I'm just trying to roll with it. I could also make the cheeks a little chubbier. There, yeah. It's all the cheeks. Let's turn this on, see how that... yeah, that's normal. This is how Megaman eats. Turn clipping on to avoid that. I think it was fine actually just pulling this one out, probably. No more clicking. Though last time I did record, I could still hear birds, so I don't know if it thinks that I sound like a bird or birds sound like voices. Let's also pull this out in this direction too, to make it a little more round. I feel like that'll be good. It's a little weird, but it's fine. Okay. And the nose, let's make the nose come down a little more because it's supposed to be like right at the bottom of the eyes, basically, something like that. So let's bring this down right here. Bring this up. And push it in, because we do have clipping on still, so this should work fine. Okay, now if this is smooth, it's a little weird. Maybe this should be up more. Yeah, now it's a little better, I think. I could add a mouth. So this could be the mouth. Let's maybe pull this in a little. I feel like it's sticking out funny. Maybe it's just the corners. Yeah, that's fine. It's funny. All right, let's move on to the body, I suppose. How long have we been going for? About 30 minutes. So yeah, let's shade smooth. I need to shade all of these smooth and turn on auto smoothing. So if you hold Alt with everything selected, if you hold Alt with everything selected and click this, it will apply it to all of them. Otherwise, it only applies it to the active one, which is kind of weird. But that might be helpful for some people. So yeah, let's take a look at the body. The body, I could do skin modifier style, but should I though? Yeah, let's give it a shot. Skin modifier. So got a plane. We'll add the mirror, the skin, and a subdivision right there, and I'll bump that up to 2. And here, we'll just merge everything at the center, and Control A, like that. All right, so now we can put this wherever we want. I'm just roughing stuff out right now. And then I'll, fix things a little so they're not entirely broken. Because they will probably be pretty broken. Okay. All right, so the body's done. I think this is done. I don't know. What do you What do you all think? Did I get any, am I missing any details? Let's maybe bring this in, and the legs can be a little thinner. I'll make the feet and like the hands, like the forearms, like separate pieces. So I'm not gonna worry too much about that. I'm just trying to get the thickness looking okay. We'll add one in here, and this should help us control, you know, the width. This can help control the neck a little, like that. Maybe these could also be a little thicker on the y-axis. It looks a little weird though. The body is pretty rectangular. I'm gonna hide this, box model it instead. I feel like it might be a little easier. Or not easier, but look better. And I should apply the scale. So yeah, I already made one of the minions. I made Kevin the minion. Move this out. Mirror this. So I think in general, I should just scale it in like that a little bit. I could also just grab this whole thing, bring that out to like round it a little. It kind of gets blocky if you leave it all flat like that. That's not right. What did I do? It's because clipping is off. It's a little weird. Top needs to be much smaller. This too. Let's do another one. Actually, let's take this because it already has the stuff we want, the modifiers. I'll just delete this in edit mode and add a cube in. Scale it down. This is just going to be for the legs. So then I can, you know, put this where I want it. I'll turn merging off too, so we don't need that. Let's grab the top and the, grab the top face and the bottom face, inset those a little, like that. Let's take this and maybe I'll just duplicate this and separate it by selection. So now we have these little weird underwear thing right here. And we can do something with these. Let's solidify it maybe. And set this to 0. Okay. Weird little body. I feel like I should maybe scale this up a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. I know there is like a little area where it meets, but I don't want to focus on that really. Should I though? Could I? Yeah, I don't want to. The socket? You mean, what part are you talking about? I guess I could work on the feet. Let's think about how to do this. I'll start with a cube. Scale it down quite a bit. Apply the scale. This also, I'm going to keep it just straight up and down for now, and then move it after, because I think it'll be easier to just put stuff together this way. This I also want to be mirroring the head. So this comes up pretty far, like most of the way. Let's delete the top and bottom faces like that and add a subdiv. Thanks for dropping by, Dexter. I'm gonna bring these out like that so I don't get bothered by them intersecting. Okay, so I think maybe the easiest way to go about rounding this is actually going to be to apply this maybe right about here. So let's apply that, and now it's already round, so we can work with it like this. Let's add another one on top now. Now we can, oops, now we can just grab this and like pull it up, I suppose, or yeah, I feel like that's fine. I want to move both of them in at the same time, but how can I do that? I guess track. That looks like about 0.3. Can do the same thing for this one. 0.3. It's going to be a little smooth as a result, but that's okay. And this should also be up in the front. Maybe all three, because we need to leave room for the feet. Instead of doing that, I should loop slide them. That'll look better. Okay. So we got that. We can maybe I'll face fill, Control F, grid fill, like that, and I'll fix it in a second. That's a little broken. Okay, that's the one we want. Just flatten that out and pull it down. So I think that will make it look a little better. And I'll do the same thing here. So selecting these faces in setting, and then I'm extruding them, scaling. I'll scale it by 0 on the Z, pull it up a little like that. So we kind of have like a little bit of a little socket, like a ball and socket sort of thing. And I think it's just going to make the edges look a little better. So now we can do the feet, and that should be, I want to say it should be relatively easy, but let's just, so I duplicated that so I can keep using these modifiers over here. But we'll add a plane in edit mode, bring it over in object mode, line it up. So this is how I'll start the feet, I suppose. Extrude that up. So I want the bottom to be completely sharp. We'll just select this and turn the crease all the way up. I'll do like a loop cut maybe right here and scale that in and probably down also. Make it a little diagonal. It'll be a little smoother that way. even scale that out. Pretty tall, like it comes up pretty high. Could do this and then just take only the top ones and maybe, you know, lift that up. It might make it a little better. I don't know. That looks a little funny. Maybe not. Let's take this and forgot I did that. Okay. Okay, so we did grab both. Now we can just like shape this around the foot, I suppose. It's not perfect. I should have planned it a little better, but I think it's probably fine. Let's maybe just drag this out a little too. And this also. Okay, so now let's put this. Okay, so how do I want this to rotate? Not bad. Maybe a little weird. Let's take these inside faces and bring it down a little. Yeah. Goodness, selecting all the wrong edges. Okay, so I think that's decent for the legs. So let's do the arms. I'll do that in a similar way. Well, for one of the hands, I can reuse thing that I have in here. I'll just duplicate that. This is something I made with the skin modifier. It just like takes a while to do over and over again, so so I don't do it over and over again. But we don't need the mirror. And it should be flipped around the other way. Like that. And we can just like line it up. We don't need the whole arm, we just need the hand. So the hand part. Let's add the root back here. Okay, so this is gonna be weird. At first, maybe let's just focus on the arms, I guess. Let's do this side first so that we can do like how we did the ear part, the ear nubs. Let's do that. This is upside down or inside out, so you can tell because the shading is a little weird. So I think it's Control N, no, Alt N. Yeah, flip the normals. I'll just inset the ends like that. Give me a little more control. It's also like a little round in the middle, so I'll add one in the middle and scale it a little, like that. How many times should I say little? Maybe a little more. Okay, and let's pull this out very slightly. Do the same thing with this. It could be out just a little further. Okay, now let's bring that hand back. Bring this closer to the origin. How many fingers does he have? A normal amount. The usual. Maybe I can scale this down a little. Yeah, that's what I want. I will extrude that a little just so we have a little bit of a wrist. Let's subdivide all these so we have the right amount of knuckles. Do the same thing over here. And we can create an armature, so we have one just for the hand. And how do I want to do this? Maybe delete that. We can apply this. And so, yeah, so this is still pretty simple in here, which is good. And this we can parent it up, use automatic weights, and then we should be able to pose this. Yep, but it looks a little funky because we should put this first. Now it's a little cleaner. Little cleaner. All right. Let's make a fist. Kind of funny looking. Maybe preserve volume? Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird, but it's gonna work. It's obviously a fist. So this, I could parent to that, and that way I can move this if I want. Oops. Yeah, Nervatel, maybe, I don't know if I'm saying that right. In the chat is saying that they made a good ARM with the skin modifier once and then saved it and reused it because a lot of work goes into it to make it look good. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I can do it pretty fast, but I can't do it really well pretty fast, so you definitely can save yourself a lot of time by just kind of reusing things. It's so broken. It's pretty funny. Oops. Yeah. Maybe not yet. Okay, so the blaster now. Let's apply the mirror modifier so I can make this come down more. Like that. So the other blaster, let's just start off with a sphere. I mean, a plane like we did before. Add a subdiv. Making arms and fingers, yeah, it's pretty hard. Skin modifier though is like a good quick way if you can manage to do it without it like getting really glitchy. Which is, it's not always the easiest thing to do. Okay, so gotta make a few little little extrusions, but I'm gonna look up another picture just to see what other pictures make it look like. Okay. There is like another piece on it that is not in the picture that I got. Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of, this should be in more like that. So it's kind of, it's almost like bullet shaped, I guess. And then comes out, and I'll bring that part in. Gotta think about how I want to do this now. So I'll add this in. I could scale this up, maybe add one in between. That. I could do this. You know what? Let's grab this, crease it a little, and then I'm gonna want to, a sec, sorry. Trailing off. I'm gonna apply the subdivision. Maybe right here. Yeah, let's do that. See how that looks. Add this back in. So now we're gonna have to change this a little to make it just a little more dramatic, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and apply it right here instead. Then add one in, and I'll make a few spots in here sharp maybe, and then just like scale them down a little. Scale other parts. Maybe try scaling this part up. I think that looks a little better. Okay, so we have like one little crease thing right there. I want to do the same thing over here too, so I could maybe just scale this down, crease that, and see how that looks. That's okay. Let's take some of these, or maybe just like that, yeah. And extrude that in. We could also make it come down a little like that by just grabbing maybe like these, turning proportional editing on and dragging it this way. So now where is the top part? Because I don't see it in a lot of these pictures. It would be like... Side? See what I mean? There's like this yellow part. But I don't see a lot in pictures like this, so I feel like it should be on the front right here. Maybe that's not right. Well, I'll just I'll just extrude it from part of it. Maybe which part though? Underside of the arm. Because I feel like it would be right. It would be like right here. Is that not right? Like where the elbow is? But it's just like not in this picture. Yeah, this is the first character. Let's just get this and separate it like that. We can parent it up. That way we can swivel it around. But what's the top? Like the top right here, maybe? Just the opposite side? I can do that. Boom. I can just do it up here. I can do it like this, maybe, and I'll extrude it like that. Or let me grease this first, and then I can extrude it. And maybe inset all of these. And then Alt S, whoops, Alt S, like that. And everything in here should be creased. I feel like it's up too high. I'm just gonna go back because I did that pretty quickly. So let's just Alt E, bring it up just a little bit. Then inset. Alt S. All right, that seems fine. Let's apply the mirror here. I guess apply these two just to make it so that I can actually move the head, you know, like this. Let's bring this down more, actually. It could be a lot better, and I know that. But I don't want to spend a million years on this. I've already spent quite a while. I feel like it's not a super complex character, but I'd like to start off with more simple characters to get kind of like warmed up. I feel like I should have started a little more simple probably. But it's all good. It's just gonna be cutting into it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So I think the only thing I want to do is maybe make this a little smirk. Or frown. No. Yeah, let's scale this up a little. Seems fine. Let's do the eyes as just like planes, maybe? Or maybe I can just... Maybe what I'll do is just like duplicate this and then separate it. And make this like smaller. Ugh, it's freaky. Make this mirror the head. That's... Okay, let's texture this now. Let's shade everything smooth except for maybe this, and I guess we could do it for the feet too. It's all right. You can also like come in here and just mark parts sharp, apparently. Control E, mark sharp. So that's sharp now. Alright, let's color this. Make the eyes as far apart as possible. Like a little broken. Mega Toad. Alright, let's parent everything to the head. So yeah, I should be able to just like move them around now. And let's go to UV editing. Okay. Add in some of this. Link all the materials. We're gonna have to unwrap this. And it looks weird. Is the scale off? The scale is off. Okay. Let's smart UV project. Okay, so now should be able to color everything with the palette. Okay, so most of this we can just make a nice blue, maybe over here. And I'm gonna add, do we not have it yet? We don't. I'll make a second one, be this, but shiny. Just turn the roughness down to like 0.1, that's fine. So we'll do that for like the blaster and the helmet and just like most of that stuff. The eyes, I guess. Oh, what did I have selected? The head? The helmet? Darn. The eyes. No? Okay, well, I'll add it in again. And then link everything. Okay, now I can select everything. We'll sign it in there so it's shiny. Now the body, the legs, yeah, those have to be lighter. So let's see, I could do it like that maybe. That's pretty close. I feel like it could be more vibrant. Maybe this might be that's too teal. This is the way it has to be, I think. I don't have any good in-between spots. These could all be a little more dark. Maybe not. It's fine. They also look like metal. I could do that instead, I suppose. Said link materials. I changed the wrong one. I should change this one. Metal. Make sure these are linked, and then I can... Yes, that is what I want. I know I should turn it up all the way, but this doesn't look completely metallic. It almost looks like car paint or something like that. So let's make this maybe on the yellow side. Pink. Maybe that one. White eyes. See what happens if I make this darker, if that looks weird. It looks a little weird. A little strange. Do I want to do this? Oh, there are multiples and I was selecting the wrong ones. Not bad. It's pretty silly. It's normal that the texture doesn't work when opening the file. No. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're talking about like something that I shared or not. Are you? Are you talking about something you got from Gumroad? Or Patreon rather? Change this to the metal one. We'll make the inside emit, maybe. You can just do that with, I'll change this one to air. It's just an emission shader. Oh yeah, and this is supposed to be yellow. So this could be yellow. And I think the inside is supposed to be red also. So I guess I'll do that. Alright, let's be done with this. Megaman is done. Alright, who should I do next? While you guys suggest stuff, I'm gonna take a sip of water. So yeah, not perfect, but I think, you know, could be worse. I guess while you are all leaving suggestions, I would like to mention that we're going to have a new challenge on Discord soon. So that'll be announced tomorrow. Right now there is a challenge going on if you all want to like join the Discord server, if you're into, you know, community events and things like that. You can join the Discord server now, check it out, see what challenges are like. We actually have one finishing up right now. The theme this time was Royal, so we have a few submissions. If anybody wants to, they can, you know, come vote for their favorite. We have 5 different finalists, so yeah. Come to Discord, vote for your favorite. I think we had some pretty good submissions this time. Opinions. Which one's the best? Which one's your favorite? So we did Megaman. We have a few good ones that are in the list, things that people suggested in the past. For challenges, the next one there will be a prize. It's going to be a tablet, an XP Pen Artist 10. So it's like a 10-inch drawing tablet with a screen on it. That's going to be the next prize. I didn't announce the theme yet, so that will be announced tomorrow, just so everybody hears about it at the same time, you know? Yeah, I think Maddie's was really good too. Alright, I'm gonna look up some pictures, some other references. But yeah, if you want to participate, there's a link to the Discord in the description, so you can click that link. At what time is what? The challenge? That's going to be announced at on Wednesday. Discord is a website. It's also like an application. You can use it just like, you know, you can use it online if you want, but it's like a chat program. Yeah, I think XP Pen makes good tablets. I've before I started like working with them, and they started sending me stuff, I already had one of their tablets too. Yeah, I think Alien Hominid is a good one to do next. It's nice and simple, so let's do that. So, gotta get a reference real quick. But yeah, the votes are pretty close right now. We have this one and this one are in the lead, but this one has 19 so far. This one has 14, I believe. And the votes are going to close in a few hours, in 2 hours. So not that long. You don't have too long to vote. Let's delete that reference. That is, I can't use that. I have to open it up. Wonder if there are any other better references. What are the feet like? They're just like little circles. Anyway, let's just get started. I'm gonna do Alien Hominid. That's who's next. For people asking in the chat. Okay, so let's do subdivided cube. Apply the scale. Let's come in here and change this a little. Ugh. Ugh. Wait a sec. Was I only doing it on... Yeah, I was. I was only doing it on the x-axis. That's why it looked weird. David Wiley asks, what was it like when you were young, Grandpa? Okay, head, done. How should I do this? Should I do the mouth as like a separate piece? I feel like that could be fun. I think what I would do maybe is like duplicate it. I have to at least apply it right here so that I can get rid of that. Add a solidify. Set that to 0 so it's actually sticking out a little. So this we could bring higher, and this one we could add 1 to. Maybe I should have made this higher. Hard to say. Hard to say. I feel like having just a line would probably be easier and better. So let's do that instead. I do have this like setup that I made with geometry nodes. Every time I use it, I think about how I should make it better. Because I don't like it that much. But you can draw with it, so that's a thing that I like to do. Let's try using the curve pen tool. I haven't really done that yet. And let's also use a mirror modifier. Can I put that first? Let's see. You just joined the Discord. Welcome. Me and me. This is not putting points on the surface, so I'm just going to use this anyway, the draw tool. See. Do I have to do it? Like, yeah, I do. That's weird. I don't know why. Let's see. Start radius, end radius should just be like 1 maybe? I set this up pretty poorly, honestly. Let's make the resolution a little higher, 0.005. That seems good. And I want this to be vector, so it's pointy. And maybe let's make everything thinner. I think that's good. Let's apply this. Can I do that? Oh yeah. Where is it? Convert to mesh. So now we have this. So the eyes, I think this should come up a little like that. Yeah. So the eyes, let's do like let's just do UV spheres. And add a mirror modifier, make sure it's mirroring the head. Make sure these are pretty close to the mouth. That's probably fine, honestly. Yes, I have made Handsome Squidward. Yeah, did you see the thumbnail? I think Handsome Squidward's in the thumbnail for this video. Okay, so we got that. Let's make sure the scale is applied. So I think for the antenna, I can do a skin modifier. Or we could just use the curve thing again. That might be easier, actually. Let's do that. That'll be fun. Duplicate that, bring it over here. And we can select everything and delete it in here. Make sure this is set to cursor. And I'll just do something like that. So I want the radius to be consistent the whole time. Let's add the mirror. Ooh, I should make sure, how should I do this? Can I, was it shift right click? Yes, okay. set origin to 3D cursor, and then I will, oops, I just duplicated it. Then I want to Shift S, cursor to world origin. Okay, so now this should be mirroring the head instead. And I can make it come forward a little like that. Okay. Let's just duplicate this and put it up there. Yeah, that looks fine. Any chance I can ignore this comment, says Funky Sloth? Sorry. Sorry, but I can't. Okay, so maybe let's make this even thinner. Now let's convert this. Actually, let's see. That might be higher res than it needs to be. Let's just do 0.5. Oh, what do I have it set to? 0.1, 0.05. Seems fine. Let's convert that to a mesh, parent this to here. So the body, I'm thinking skin modifier. Try it out. Let's mirror skin modifier subdiv. Okay. Let's put the root over here, like I usually do. And this should be lower. This needs to be pretty high. So, wow, all right. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Let's do this. Seems a little broken, maybe. Nice. Okay, this is a little closer to what I want now. That's a little weird. So I feel like the arms should just basically be sticks. Maybe it would be better to just like delete that. Put a root here. Something like this, I don't know. and then this can just be like a separate piece, you know? You know? What time is it where I am? I'm in the same time zone as like New York and Boston and stuff, so it's almost 3 p.m. I believe I'm GMT -5 right now because it's daylight time, because we have daylight saving here for some reason. Hmm. $7.55, yeah. So you're probably in Europe somewhere, I'm assuming. Yeah, daylight saving is the other way around. When we're in daylight time, it takes longer, or it's later when the sun sets. Standard time is when it what am I trying to say? Standard time is when it would like normally set, and they push it so that, you know, it would be man, I'm just rambling. I forget it. Weird little chicken feet. Okay, so I'm thinking, oh, man, this looks so weird. What is that? What is this? Is it because of this? Pretty funny. Oy, I don't know. Ugh, very strange. Delete that. Does that make things look better? Man, it just looks so wonky. I think this body shape is not really good for this. I'm gonna duplicate this just in case I decide that I don't like the way this is going. But let's just do this with a cube instead, because it's probably gonna look better if I do it this way. Oh yeah, let's delete this. Mirror, clipping. Yeah, the sun sets around the same time here, too. Says messages failed to load on Discord. Yeah, I don't know what that problem is. Maybe it has to do with the browser you're using, if you're using a browser, or I'm not really sure, but I want to say that it's probably like not a problem with the server or with Discord, but I'm not sure. This should be coming out more like that. There should be like a rules and roles section channel. You can find roles to assign yourself, but I don't think that should, you know, I don't think that's what the problem is. I'm not really sure. Oh, actually, I think there might be something that makes it so, like, you need to be on the server for, like, a minute or two before it lets you post. I'm not really sure. There might be some, like, bot, like a moderation bot or something. Okay, so let's just do the arms by, or like from scratch this time. Okay, yeah. Let's make this the root. So we got the wrist right here. We'll do 3 fingers, thumb, and oops, was it Control A? Yes. Okay, so this we need to extrude out, and this we need to use to merge everything like that. But yeah, me, who is trying to get on Discord. Once I'm done streaming and stuff, I'll help you out, but you know, I don't really want to be doing stuff like that when I'm streaming. But it might just be a matter of like waiting a little bit. Okay, that seems all right. Now let's make this a little skinnier. Let's add an armature. Delete that, and we'll apply. If I do that, what am I doing? Apply some of these. So actually, I can just apply that. Also, I don't need these ones. These should be subdivided. Whoop. These three should be subdivided so we can have like the right amount of knuckles. Okay. Let's rename these. Control F2. Change this to bones. Chain set name with a suffix, and this is the left side, so .L. I should be able to symmetrize. Yep, it worked properly. Okay, now I can also come in here and wanna mess with these toes a little bit. Individual origins. Yeah, so we have more like, you know, little circular toes. Something like that. Now let's parent. Actually, let's just separate all of these. Separate by selection. So yeah, that's just a different piece now, and we should be able to parent this up with automatic weights. Now let's see if this works properly. It does, but I forgot. Need an elbow in here. Let's do this again. Messed it up. This .L.L.01, so I'm gonna have to rename this to something else. I'll name it to that because it doesn't really matter. Just trying to do it quick, basically. And I already symmetrized. What am I doing? Parent with automatic weights. Whoops. With automatic weights, not envelope weights. Yeah. Okay, cool. See if this looks better above, like that. Looks a little better. Okay, so But we have it set to individual origins, so I should be able to just, yeah, cool. Okay, we could make this blaster now, which looks like a pretty simple shape. Let's just do let's just start with a plane, move it up here. Oh yeah, let's add a subdiv. So we can use this for the handle. I'll duplicate it and rotate it 90 degrees. And we'll use this for the blaster tip thing. And we can, yeah, do that. Also, that should not be sharp. And then we can, yeah, you know what? This should have been sharp. Messed it up, okay. Not bad. Blaster. And let me just move everything to around here just so it can pivot from the right spot. Snap it into the hand. might be done. I think that's good. Let's shade everything smooth except for, I guess, the blaster, which should be auto smooth, like that. All right, let's go over to UV editing. And we're gonna have to add material, add the palette, and I want to use shiny also, so I'll add that in, shiny. And actually, nah, not gonna worry about that. Change this to the Alien Hominid picture. Okay, so we can link all the materials. Now we're gonna have to unwrap this and that as well. Smart UV project. Oh, and the mouth. I mean, we don't really have to, but because I was just gonna leave it black anyway, but let's do it. So what color is this? It's like yellowy, or oh no, it's okay, interesting. Yeah, my eyes are bad, so I saw this as like neon green, you know, but apparently it's pretty much yellow. Now that is green. Okay, so let's make everything yellow. Let's take this, that, this, make these all black. I want this to be shiny, so we'll just change this one to shiny like that. I could also make it so the so there is like a little white spot. Or is that weird? Should I not do that? I feel like it's probably enough to just have it be shiny. Let's make this one shiny too. I feel like the gun should be shiny like that. Looks pretty cool. Let's bring this back. Yeah, let's parent everything up so that everything here is parented to the head. Can I do that? Yes. Turn denoising on. I don't know why I don't have denoising on. Okay. All right, who should I do next? Toad from Mario. Yes, I do want to do Toad from Mario. Yeah, I have a little color blindness problem. I'm not entirely colorblind, but certain colors kind of look the same. So like really like really things that are really pale, really dark, or just colors that are like, you know, close to each other. So like orange, like, you know, yellow and like orange that is very yellow, things like that, or like green when it's very yellow. It's just harder to tell apart. Yeah, I want to do Toad because I like Toad. Let me just find some good references. I recently just played through Mario 1 and 3. I got like Nintendo Switch online and I was able to play those. Which is cool because I haven't really been able to play them all the way through before. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, I mean, color problems don't give me too much trouble with art, especially digital art, because like when you look at a color wheel, you like are able to know what order the colors going in and stuff, you know. And they like do have like spikes of I mean, I don't know. The hues kind of like spike at certain areas, and it's like easier to tell when you're working like that. But if you just handed me like a bunch of paint that was like unlabeled, you know, some of my color choices might be a little weird. In terms of like value, just like dark and light, I think I can do fine. Which I know like people have done, like, I think I've seen things like that on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, where people will turn like an iPad completely grayscale and then download a palette. And so the palette just looks gray, and then they'll sample that to try to make something without being able to see what the actual hue of the colors is. They'll just do everything based on value, and they still come out looking good, like every time. It might not be very, you know, obvious choices for colors, but it looks good. You've never played any of the classic Mario games? Yeah, the first console that I had was Super Nintendo. So I played Super Mario World, which I think might be the first one with Yoshi in it, and Yoshi's Island, which is like an awesome game, and the music is good in it too. Okay, let's do it like this. He's like a diaper genie. Not the things that you put diapers into, because that's an actual thing. But, you know, he's dressed kind of like a genie with the vest. I could make his head just like come out of this instead of making it two separate pieces. Maybe that's the way to go for this. Let's see. If that's the case, then I should grease that. Oh. Yeah, Crease this and then extrude it down like that. This looks a little off still. Something's wrong. Do I always start my models with a cube? No, not always. It really depends. I like working from cubes most of the time because it's easy to keep things quads. Everything has 4 faces compared to like a UV sphere where like it's gonna come to a point. Let's get rid of this again. Move this up. This is a little closer. I think this needs to come in a little. Proportions are hard sometimes. Maybe it's just that I should tilt this whole thing back. I could do that, I suppose, or at least try it out. I don't know what you mean that the end looks too sharp. I'm not sure what end you mean. Like the head? That is making a little more sense. I think maybe it just needed to be tilted a little. Looks a little better. I would like to cut the mouth out like that. I think the body should be another just rounded cube. Up to the head, basically. Maybe add another one in between. the creased part. The creased part looks too sharp. Like maybe this part just needs to go up more? Is that what you're saying? Maybe this part needs to come down more? I don't know. Yeah, I think the tilt was what made the biggest difference. Hmm. Yeah, let's really, should I do that? Let's just take this whole part right here and duplicate it, and or actually I think what I have to do is duplicate this whole thing and then apply that, invert the selection, delete these faces. I'll add a subdiv and a solidify, or the other way around. Set this to 0 so it can stick out a little, so we get that diaper or whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it a diaper. It's a diaper. Or it's like, they're probably just supposed to be little pants or something, but like, Toad doesn't have legs, so it looks like a diaper. And Toad is very baby-like, so. Like, look at the hands, those are baby hands. Let's do the feet. Oh, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I think you're right. Diaper should go higher. turn merging off. Put these closer. Okay. So the hands, let's just reuse some of these. Move that to the right collection. Make sure that it's actually mirrored to the head. Alright, that's fine. That's good. Code has 5 digits. Gotta make all the fingers stubbier. That's a little better. I think that's probably good. That we can, again, we will create an armature. Yeah, that's just kind of a limitation with the skin modifier, is that like I'm not gonna have as much control in like the wrist and hand area, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I know it's not exactly like this, but the fingers are also all like segmented and stuff, so actually wait, should I? Yeah, I'm gonna subdivide these. Subdivide that. Like if I wanted to do this exactly, I would maybe start with the skin modifier and then go into, what am I trying to say? Start with the skin modifier and then apply it. And then edit things in edit mode. Let's rename everything. Control F2. Yeah, let's do that. And these are all named. We can symmetrize that. Okay, so we should apply that, and we can parent it to this with automatic weights. Just make sure that it's before this, and I'll turn on preserve volume, so we should be able to actually pose this now. Yeah, I would have to apply this even further. I'm not going to worry about it. I think it's fine. My goal is never really to make like the perfect, you know, copy of the reference, you know, because I am streaming. Like if I was trying to be perfect, it would take a lot longer for me to do each character. I don't think that's as fun to watch. And like I don't need perfect representations of these characters really. Like it's not a thing that I, you know, want to have necessarily. I'm not really using these for anything. A little weird. Yeah, like I would need a loop right here, but as soon as I do that, like I can't really. I would have to apply it further, and then I would have to reparent everything, and I don't want to do that. I just need to make the vest. I guess maybe I'll start with a cube. See how this works. Okay, so we'll subdivide it, but I want to delete these faces right here. Bring this down. That seems like a good height, I suppose. So we'll just make this a little closer to like the neck area. And can I crease that? Not really. Vertex crease. That doesn't really do what I want it to do. It's not bad. I think this needs to be out a little more. Let's add another loop right here so we can make this come in. Maybe this come out. That's a little better. Let's crease the top, bottom a little. Really want to wait until the end to crease that just so I can get this nice and round. But this is pretty close. I guess I could, you know, do this so that I can bring these in a little. Maybe not. All right, let's actually crease these now. That's okay. Seems all right. Let's try solidifying this. It's not bad. Let's cut some armholes out. Really, should I? It doesn't seem like there are armholes now that I'm looking at it. Let me check another picture really quick. I don't think there are really noticeable armholes. They're like the same width almost. In some of the like more detailed ones, it is a little more obvious, I suppose, but nah, it's fine. Curious. If I get rid of these and I only crease these ones right here, that kind of does what I want it to do. Yeah, I haven't experimented a lot with vertex creasing, so I'm not always sure when it would be a good time to use it. But I think it makes sense here. Let's apply that. That way, when we go to do the textures, the materials, we can actually get that edge right there. We'll make it look a little better. Okay, let's do the face now. So this looks a little different than that. Hmm. I guess I could just, let me duplicate this first, and then I will apply this. And we'll work on the mouth. So let's use maybe, actually first, let's delete some of these faces. Mirror that here, clipping on. So I could use these in here, I suppose, but I'm gonna have to move some of them around to get the right shape. Let's see now how this looks when we extrude it inward. Not that good. Needs to be smaller. Thinking maybe just pull all these edges, all of these, just in like that. Try this again just to see how it looks. It's a little closer. It's like supposed to be a little, it looks a little maybe like flat at the bottom, and the angle on the sides is a little off. Let's try doing this. I'll just like hide. So push these out. Yeah, the cheeks puff out a little. It's decent. I guess I could do like a tongue or something. A little weird. Okay, and the eyes can be pretty easy. I'll just do plain. We'll mirror that to the head. Oh yeah, and this should be parented to the head. What's that? This one. Do that, bring in the solidify, but I want that before. There we go. Okay. The mouth, no, that's fine. I'm gonna say the mouth is maybe a little too high, but I think it's okay. The mouth might be a little bigger too. Parent that to the head also. Let's parent everything else to the head as well. Oh, a thing that I didn't think about is how I'm gonna make these. I guess. I mean, I could do that procedurally. Shade everything smooth. This is gonna be, oops, Alt H, yeah. This should be sharp. Check this out now. I'm probably gonna, yeah, I'm gonna have to unwrap the arms at least. You don't think I should model the specular highlight? I kind of like it. Let's unwrap this. Yeah, I modeled the highlight. Oh, this one. Okay. So let's get the head, the body, and the arms. Something like that. We can take the head. Make this part white like that. Also gonna want to grab this in here. See how far? Not that far. This far? Yeah, that seems a little better. We'll just do like this color in here. We could $60. It's fine. This can be a little more pink. I guess it's a little more red. The eyes are going to be black. Well, we'll just grab only this part, make that part black. Okay. So now the diaper, the diaper can stay that color. This yeah, okay. So it is like red brown. Let's maybe make it I don't think it looks off. I think it looks pretty close to the model actually. Pretty close to the reference rather. Did I put yellow at the top? I'm not sure if there's yellow at the top. I don't see it in any of the pictures. I think there is actually. Yeah, I'm not sure about the red. Maybe I'll just select this part and make this. I'll do that procedurally because it's pretty quick. Okay, so that's the world. Okay, for the cap, I was just gonna do a Voronoi. Bring that in here. Use a math node. Set to greater than. And we'll use a mix RGB. This should be red. That. Gonna have to make this quite a bit smaller. Maybe let's try turning random off. Cool. All right. Yeah, I should have left the mapping in here so I can move it up and down. I want to take a look at this again. It is pretty big, though, so like I could. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't really like that on the side. There's one on the back too. Maybe if I just move this back a little on the Y, I can make that disappear. And now it's looking a little closer. Cool. That's pretty close, actually. Okay. Cool. Is everything parented to the head? Yeah, I did that. Here we go. I think they came out decent this time around. All right. I'm getting kind of tired, so I'm going to end it here, but thanks everybody who stuck around to watch. There will be a new video out tomorrow about sculpting, so that's a little different. And I'm also going to announce a new contest tomorrow in that video, so make sure you check that out, you know, subscribe, stuff like that. Oh, the math node. The math node was looking at the Voronoi texture and saying, like, if it's greater than a certain amount, show black. If it's greater than a certain amount, show white. If it's less than, show black. That's what it did. But yeah, also there is currently a contest coming to a close, so if anybody wants to vote for one of these, you can click the link in the description to come to my Discord and vote for which one you think is the best. You know, be a part of my little community. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. See ya.